I'm spending a lot of time right now working with firefighters and police officers, public servants. And one of the things that they're very much conscious of is health. The average police officer lives about 18 months after retirement. Well, you can imagine the stress that you are enduring. You can imagine how that kind of builds up. You imagine how difficult that is to begin to process. And all of a sudden, it has this incredible impact on yourself. Some of the highest degrees of suicide in the state of Wisconsin are volunteer firefighters. Why? Well, if you're a volunteer firefighter in a rural area, who are you going out and responding to all the time? Your neighbors. Then you come back home at night, try to get a good night's sleep, but then you have to go back to work the next day and there's nobody to talk to it about. So, what is it to be healthier? Not just physically, but emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. And one of the interesting things is we cannot have healthy organizations unless we have healthy leaders. And if we don't have healthy organizations, we won't have healthy communities. And if we don't have healthy communities, we won't have a healthy state. So all of a sudden it starts at a small molecular level as Dick was talking about, but it continues to grow and affect all of us. All of us are affected by healthy leaders, healthy public servants, healthy families, healthy organizations. So I think Greenleaf in 1968, when he's talking about this, is not thinking about this lightly. He begins to understand how it becomes very influential. Lastly, and how is it that the least of our brothers and sisters are affected? I was in Milwaukee last Friday at St. Benedict de Moors in downtown Milwaukee, right across from Milwaukee County Jail, surrounded by the Juvenile Detention Center, where they've been serving people of the streets for 48 years, 300 to 400 people a night. And what's extraordinary is that every religious community and denomination in the city of Milwaukee is represented. Why? Because like Dick said, what is it that holds us together? Our compassion for others is one thing that we can all agree upon. And so Greenleaf asks us to think in terms of higher ground. If you want common ground, you must be willing to reach for higher ground. And so in many ways, he was considered to be an altruist as he talked about servant leadership. And I think that's a wonderful thing to be called.